In today's video, I'm going to show you how a graduate become a snail farmer. How a graduate become a successful snail farmer. So make sure you watch this video from start to finish because you are going to learn a lot of lessons from this video. I'm quite sure after that you have watched this video, a lot of you will embark on snail farming. Make sure you share this post for others to benefit. So let's watch this video so that we can benefit from this video.
I've seen people that talk to me one-on-one and tell me, why are you doing snail farming? Why not go into a girl type of business? A lot of persons come to my DM to actually chat me up. You're a very beautiful girl. Why waste your time in farming? Why not go to things like makeup and the rest? But this is what I want to do. Not because I studied agroeconomic, but it's something I have passion for. And it's something that pays.
This is Glory Omia, a Nigerian lady who is really passionate about agriculture.
If I decide to start selling by December, I know how much I will be able to sell just these 4 snails. I'm not capping. I know how much I will sell these snails.
She owns a snail farm of over 10,000 capacity and does farm setup for individuals and companies who are interested in farming.
A lot of persons will laugh at me and tell me, oh, you went to school just to come and do farming. Those kind of thing, but I never allowed that get to me. And I believe anyone that has an interest in farming business should not allow anything anyone out there is saying, because you know your focus, you know what you want to achieve, and you know where you are heading to.
Today, we met up with her in one of the farms she's setting up to gain more insight about snail farming and how one can get started with it. Farming
is a great business. Farming is something that anyone should invest in. I encourage a lot of persons to invest into farming. It must not really be snail. It can be anything, but so long it's agriculture, it's nothing to be ashamed of.
Hello guys, it's Chira for here again. And today I'm meeting a lady. She's the CEO of Glow Farms, right? So first of all, let me now introduce you. I want you to do the introduction yourself.
Hello, it's your girl Basi Glory Omia, the CEO of Glow Farm Enterprise. As you can see, we are in a very beautiful farm setup, right inside a compound. Let's emphasize on this. We have different type of farm setups. We have the closed range, we have the open range, and a lot of persons keep coming to us and they're asking us, I have a very beautiful compound, well interlocked. How do I achieve a snail farm setup inside the compound? So with this beautiful farm setup is an evidence to prove that you can actually achieve something right inside your compound.
In your backyard. And I can see you have big snails here. How long does it take snail to reach maturity? How long does it take them?
Okay, from their laying process to what we call point of lay is about 6 months. Then from the hatching process to table size is about a year, 6 months, a year, 3 months, depending on how well you are feeding them. But if you feed your snail very well, you can achieve that within 8 months.
When you talk about feeding, what do you feed them on? We want to know.
Okay, the good part about snail is that they feed on everything. Snail feed on everything except food that are highly acidic, like limes, lemon, or any food that contains salt.
Okay.
Snail has the ability of feeding on even your food from your kitchen.
Fruits
from your kitchen, like your cooked food. I used to tell people that in case you have a boiled rice, yam, plantain, and the rest, you can just rewash them and feed your snails, and they are good to go. Yes.
So this is a little snail house inside your compound. What's your daily routine like if you wake up in the morning and you're coming here?
A lot of people say snails are stress-free, which is true in the sense that if you are busy during the day, they are resting. Right now they are resting, and when you come back from your daily duty, that's when they will be feeding. So if you're talking about my daily routine in terms of taking care of the snails, it does not really have much. I can decide to be here twice a week or 3 times a week, just to feed them and make sure they are okay.
So why did you decide to go into snail farming? There are other businesses. Why snail farming?
Okay, snail farming is very profitable. Very profitable. It has a market prospect. It is less stressful. It is environmental friendly compared to poultry and piggery and the rest. It does not give a consign Let's say you have neighbors living around you. You don't have a concern. You don't have an issue with them complaining that okay they are preserving one odor from your farm or the other. And their feeding pattern is very easy. You can easily access their food from the local market or even around your environment.
So I can see how small this snail house is. So people can start with this little, like this size.
If you're looking at it and you say it's small, it's not actually small for a start.
Okay.
Reason because you see, comparing to the height, this is about 7 feet from the ground.
Yeah.
So we look at the size of the farm and how many it can contain. So if you are saying this is small, this alone can take up to 2,000 plus pieces of snail. Yes. 2,000
snails inside of here. That means someone can start it as a business with this kind of small space.
Yes.
Are you serious?
Very well. Very well. Why we're talking about 2,000 is this. We give them room for expansion. Okay. Because in 6 months' time, right now we have little ones. We have the new hatch ones. We started this farm around early September or thereabout, and we have baby snails all over as well. So we give them room for expansion. When you go in, you will see it.
Really? So when you talk about snail farming, what are the challenges you face as a snail farmer?
Snail is one investment you go into and you are sure of making profit. Okay. But when you talk about the challenges, they have this issue of debt. Okay. Let's say you have ants. You wake up one morning and you find out there are ants in your farm. Those are threats. Then bacteria, they're also prone to bacteria because of the kind of food you feed them, like the vegetables. If the vegetables start decaying, your snails will be prone to bacteria because we all know that once your vegetables start decaying, it becomes very acidic, and for that is not good for snails. Apart from the bacteria aspect and the time, we don't really face challenges like that. Then when it comes to markets, when it comes to market prospects, there's a market for snail where you have your right channels because there are hotels, there are eateries, and even the open market. There are market women looking for where to get snails right now. Yes. Really? So we don't really have challenges like that when it has to do with snail farming.
So this is inside the snail pen. What's the size of this place?
This is about 45 meters.
45 meters. It's quite small, and you're using it for snail farming.
Yes, this is
about someone can use this size for business because there are a lot of snails here.
Yes, you can use it for business.
Are you serious?
Yes, it's for commercial purpose. Actually, it's not for personal consumption. This is for commercial purpose.
So why do you think people are not doing snail farming in their backyard or like in the spaces they have?
As I said earlier on, a lot of persons have not really gotten the experience. You understand? Because when you look at the compound like this and it's well interlocked, then you reason about snail farming. Yeah. The first thing that will come to your mind is, how will I achieve it? Yes. But I'm here to encourage everybody or anyone that has an interest in snail farming and has a compound like this, that they can do it. You understand? It's with the right consultancy service, you can actually achieve and even achieve more. Because this is just the space we decide to use. Yeah. We can use more of this space. You understand? It's just the height and the space, and you're good too.
Yeah, so this is not a greenhouse.
We can call it a greenhouse.
You can call it a greenhouse. Yes, because I noticed the temperature here is different from the one outside.
We can call it a greenhouse. Because if you see, we planted cocoyam. Okay. Planted cocoyam inside the farm. And on the roof, we have coverage as well. Yeah. Time to time, we introduce plantain leaf or palm frond to enable us achieve that greenhouse temperature.
Oh. So what are the uses of all these stuffs you planted in here?
Okay.
Why did you plant them?
This is to control the temperature and the water level. Okay. You understand? Right now, we are fast approaching the dry season. If there is nothing planted here, no matter how we water this place, we will not get that temperature that we need. But with cocoyam help absorb water and keep the place cool at all times.
You would say snail farming is really profitable?
Yes, very, very profitable. I can beat that with my chest that snail farming is very profitable. Okay, for instance, now we started this farm by September, and we started with growers. Growers. And look at how big and how healthy these snails are looking.
Yeah.
If I decide to start selling by December, I know how much I will be able to sell just these 4 snails. I'm not capping. I know how much I will sell these snails.
Yeah.
And we have a lot of young ones already. So if I should say, okay, let me give this snail 6 months to reproduce, I know how much I will be making. You understand? And one thing about snail is this. I'm not just looking at selling the snail. I can decide to be processing the meat, selling the meat as snail meat.
Yeah.
Then processing the snail shell as calcium, and I'll be making serious money from it as well. People come for the slimes.
For the snail slimes?
Yes, for the snail slimes. All these I have a lot of pharmacies that ask me if I have snail slimes available for drugs. All these our beauty spas and the rest. They come for the slimes as well because they use it for cream, soaps, and the rest.
Really?
Yes.
The spa?
Yes. They use it for cream.
Are you serious?
Most of our young girls now, plenty of their skincare routine must have a snail slimes in it. If they don't have snails, ask them. If they don't have snail slimes in it, they will say it's not original, it's not working very well.
Are you serious?
Yes.
So, someone who wants to start a snail farming business, what are those things they need to put in place first to make sure that, okay, as I'm starting, I'm not going to fail? Because people are afraid to fail. People are afraid to invest and they will not make back their money.
That's a very nice question.
Okay.
First, you need to be sure that it's actually what you want to go into. I tell people to do research and be sure that it's what I want to invest my money in.
Yeah.
Then secondly is time. You understand? I know that it's crazy out there. People tell people that snail does not really require time and all that. It's a lie. I'm saying it fully. It's a lie. Because snails like this are like every other animal. You understand? They need time, they need attention. The only difference with them is that you don't really give them 100% of your time. You can be giving them just 2% of your time. But even with that, they need time because you'll be feeding them. You feed them for them to grow. You will, time to time, treat the soil. You time to time feed them with calcium to enable their shell get stronger and get, because if their shell is not strong and they fall from these heights, let's say to this place like this, it will get cracked. And it will affect them. You understand? If you don't feed them very well, their growth rate will be affected as well. They may get storm. And they'll sometimes if they lay and you're not feeding them very well, that's why you start seeing people saying, my snails are laying and they are dying. You understand? So it requires time, patience. You need to have patience. When you are investing in snail farming business. Why will I mention patience? We all know that snails are very slow. They are very, very slow. So you need like 6 months to be able to start making good profit. I'm not saying, okay, when you start today, you can't start selling by next month or thereabout. But to me, that is not business. But if you want to actually make it big in snail farming, you need like 6 months or a year for them to actually reproduce. Because if you start as growers and they go to point of lay and they start laying, that is where the money comes in. You understand? Because let's say you start with 2,000 snails as point of lay, and in 6 months, those 2,000 snails can give you up to 7,000 snails if well managed. So that's where the market comes in. And you'll be selling your point of lay at stable size. You understand? You sell it at stable size, where you will be able to make 3 times of the profit that you invested on the point of lay. So you just need patience and time.
So at how old do they start laying eggs?
At 4 months.
4 months they start laying?
At 4 months they start laying eggs. Because from 4 months we start counting them as point of lay.
Okay.
Yes.
So how many eggs do each snail lay?
Okay, this is a AMS. AMS can give you up to 7 to 9 eggs if well fed. You understand? Because we are already into the system, so we know how to feed them, or what to feed them, or how to treat them for them to be able to give us the number of eggs that we need.
Okay.
Yes. So it's time to feed them. As I mentioned earlier on, snails feed on everything vegetable. and fruit. So right here we have our papaya and cucumber. You can feed them with carrots. You can feed them with cabbage. If you look inside the farm, you notice that there are cabbage peels there. Feed them with cabbage. You feed them with any type of vegetable. Even your moringa leaf and your bitter leaf, you can be dropping it for them, and they are well to do. Potatoes, yam peels, cassava, and anything you can afford.
Okay, so let's see how you feed. Come on, us.
So in a setting like this, all you need to do is just to drop their food and they will trace it themselves.
Okay.
The funny part about it is that right now they are resting. So at night, since we are not coming back here again in the evening, they'll be able to get access to their food and continue from there. So you can just drop their food.
And this is pawpaw and...
Yeah, this is pawpaw and cucumber.
Really?
But, yes.
Let me help you with some of them.
Okay. So just drop it. But in a close range, let's say you have a wooden pen or a concrete pen, it's advisable to serve them on a tray.
Okay.
Yes.
On a tray.
We have trays. If you look at this farm very well, we have trays. We use a tray to... Okay.
How that is being done. Oh, wow. So you bought this from the market, or you got it from these fruit sellers?
Yes, we do get them from fruit sellers. If you have a market close by where they do offload vegetables like this or fruit, you can always go there and tell them to be keeping the spoiled ones for you. So you just go there, pay a little money and carry them. Wow.
So it's like, it's really affordable to feed them then?
Yes, very, very affordable. Very, very affordable. Because their food can be accessed at any point. You can go to the market, all these women that sells ogu, water leaf and the rest, and you just tell them, okay, even your ogu stems that you are plucking, keep them for me, I'm coming to carry. It's just like you helping people to trash out their waste, and they'll be happy.
Wow.
So that's just it. You see, very soon this one will be coming to feed. Okay, we have our calcium right here, and all we need to do is just...
What does this help them do?
It helps them build their shell.
Okay, their shell.
Yes, it helps them build their shell.
Wow.
You know, a lot of people do ask, do snails drink water?
Okay. They ask if snails drink water.
Yes, if snails drink water. Yes, so snails drink water very much. Before evening, now you come here, this tray will be dry. Not, they have, with snail like this, they need about 99.9% of water to survive. Because their slimes, see, as you're pressing it like this, you notice that water is coming out. So they need water to survive. Water help them to grow and all that.
Okay. If you...
What I derive from this video is that the woman has a passion for snail farming. Despite many people criticizing her, she didn't let their negative comments stop her from pursuing her passion for snail farming. The woman feeds her snail organically, but one needs to be cautious when feeding snail organically because the fruit we source may contain chemical that could harm them. If not careful, you might lose all your snail in a short period. On final note, the woman made us understand that snail farming is not a stress-free venture, contrary to what some motivational speaker might tell intending snail farmer. Welcome to Albarika Snail Farm. You are chatting in the culture, the snail professor. Thank you for watching.